Howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with Mr. Shut Up. I didn't tell him to shut up. He said he was going to shut up.
I did.
It is September 21st, 2022. It is Wednesday afternoon at
3:23
p.m. And we're coming to you live from our house. See, the sunflowers are still doing great. No, they don't need more water. It's a beautiful day out. Supposed to get colder Friday. I'm just hanging out at the house today. I plan on doing some cooking. I am making unstuffed green peppers. So basically, you're just putting the green pepper, you're dicing them up and putting them in the home mixture. I'm making that. I'm going to work on some laundry. I'm going to ride the bike today, and I'm going to loom knit. I started that new sweater for Jelly. Then when I get done with that, I'm going to move on to making some shoulder bags. I kind of have this whole thing planned out because you guys know I have some paintings I need to finish. I have a diamond painting I need to finish. And I want to make those dog beds plus pour candles. Good news on pouring the candles. I thought long and hard about this. And I mentioned to you guys that I wanted to get another crock pot because that's how I usually will pour my candle. Because unlike a paraffin melter, wax melter, which is used for, you'll dip your hands in it, or if you're using the wax that you would use to do your eyebrows and your mustache and stuff, they don't get up to temperature what you need. Your wax has to melt to be a certain temperature to bind with your scented oil. If it's not hot enough, it will not bind with your oil because you're pouring your wax into usually a pot of some sort, and then you're going to put in your scented oil, your essential oil, and you're going to stir, and then you're going to pour right away. If it's not hot enough and it's not going to bind with that oil, what you're going to end up with is a big sloppy mess. I've had it happen before, but I can tell you I would be getting the tarts out of the molds, and I might, if it wasn't hot enough, you would see some oil at the bottom of that mold.
I remember that.
If your wax is too hot, what's going to happen when you go to put that oil in there, it is basically going to evaporate off right away. You're going to see a lot of steam. You're going to definitely smell a lot. And what it basically is, it's too hot and it's already evaporating off. So you have to have a certain temperature. And for me, a crock pot is more economically feasible. So I found one on eBay, a used one. I didn't care if it was used or not. For $16.20 free shipping. Can't beat that. Because, you know, crock pots are $30 on up. So, got that coming. I'm excited about that. That I could afford. I desperately do need to pour some candles. And I know I talked before that I wasn't going to really pour candles because it actually is about the same price if you buy them. But I already have the wax bought. And I do enjoy pouring a candle. I do enjoy especially doing some of the decorative parts on a candle. Like, you know, when you're whipping the candle wax and then you're forming it and it looks like kind of like a frosting on a cupcake or a cake or something. I do enjoy doing that. So, yeah. So, next week I'll be pouring some candles, definitely. It's not that I had forgotten. I just really didn't care to pour them in my kitchen. I didn't want to use the crock pot I already have because even with a liner, because I don't know, I'm kind of weird that way. It's like, I don't like pouring candles, and I never really did soap in a kitchen because, especially soap, if you're using some of the, like say rose or lavender or whatever, I don't know. To me, the kitchen is supposed to be edible stuff. So, and I didn't want to use the crock pot, and then, even though I had a liner, and then, I don't know, to me it would just be the thought that, you know, I had wax in there and stuff. I just wanted my own crock pot for that. So, got that coming. I'm glad I found one that was a very good price. So, I want to make dog beds too. There's a lot of stuff I want to get done. As you can tell, I feel immensely better than I did yesterday. So that's good. Sometimes it's like the allergies will get completely out of control for me and for Brad too. And I need to take a whole day of resting and taking decongestant all day. Normally I only take it at night, but if I take it all day, I'm going to do some more sleeping and not be as productive. So, and then we did we shared a breathing treatment last night. We're both kind of tight. This is going to sound funny, but I need to get my Advil refilled, but it's $25. And yeah, I know you're going to go, well, you just spent $16.20 on a crock pot. That's right, I did. I picked that over getting my Advil refilled for now. Well, I will the first of the month, so I will. So right now I'm just using my Advil once a day. It does make a big difference with the asthma, but you know, you pick and choose. I can do a breathing treatment if I'm at home and stuff. So, you know, you get tired of putting all this money out for the prescriptions. You really do. So, this year, we paid $3,600 more for our insurance than we have the year before. Oh, yike. So, and it just went up some. So, you know, it will be even more. You know. So, it will be $3,850. $3,800. $3,850 more that we pay this year in total for health care, for health insurance, than we did the previous year. So, because I keep telling Brad, I don't know why we seem to be struggling so much. Yeah, everything has been inflated, but still. And, you know, he pointed out, well, we got the car, which we desperately had to have. And, you know, with that, the car insurance went up. And then, you know, we're paying so much more out for health care insurance. That, yeah. And then with inflation.
Yep.
So, because I told him, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I don't understand why, you know. And it's like, no, I'm not. So, you know, and I work on making cutbacks, not to the point that, you know, we aren't feasibly, you know, living a good life, because you still have to have good nutrition. Like for us diabetics, we'll never have a day where we can just eat whatever we want. Not and get away with it. You might get away with it for one day. You're going to feel like crap by the end of the evening, and the next day, I can guarantee it, depending on how severe your diabetes is. I don't want to do the ICU thing again, so I'm terrified of just letting go and just eating whatever. So, you know, you just never have that where you're just kind of like, oh, well, I'm just going to eat. I'm going to sit here and eat this whole bag of chips or whatever. Because, you know, go ahead.
One of the things with working in the grocery store is the number of people that I saw that, what are you looking for? Sweetie?
Oh, I think I left my coffee in the bedroom.
It's right. No, it's your phone's.
Oh, duh. Wow.
The number of people I saw in the grocery store that, you know, they would say that they were diagnosed with diabetes, but then they didn't take it. They didn't take it seriously.
I didn't for quite a while.
Yeah. Yep.
When I got diagnosed with diabetes, it was a number of years after you, and it wasn't near severe. Mm-hmm. And I thought, okay, well, I can still pretty much eat what I want. Yep. My numbers weren't that high.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and this one guy, I really remember, it was when I was running the liquor store, and this guy would go through 3 of the 1.75 liters of Lord Calvert Canadian whiskey a week. And, you know, when you're drinking, I mean, that's almost 1.5 gallons of whiskey a week. And when you're going through that much, I mean, the amount of sugars and carbs in that.
You wouldn't go through that in 5 years.
I know. And his doctor kept getting after him about, you need to quit drinking. And he was in one day and he told me about this. And I said, you know, you're not cutting back. And he said, well, now I have cut back. I'm going through 3 of them every 2 weeks. And I know about 6 months later, he ended up having to have a leg amputated. He had one of his buddies coming in and buying his whiskey. And then about 6 months after that, he passed away because he did not take it seriously.
Yeah. That's always really sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, out having room to talk because I smoke. I mean, most of us have some kind of vice.
Yeah.
You know, I will quit when I'm ready. I always have. But yeah. My point was it having to have good nutrition. You can't just go and buy. Unfortunately, the very carby, yummy stuff is a lot of it is cheap. Yeah. Bags of chips are a lot cheaper than strawberries or tomatoes or any fresh stuff. I don't think it should be that way, but it is. And so they wonder why we're all so heavy. And it's like, well, when you price that fresh produce is so much more expensive than the processed food, that's why. When you're raising kids, if you're financially strapped like we were, you're going to pick foods that will fill the bellies. You know, sometimes you're having to make cutbacks and you're giving way too many carbs during a meal because that's what's going to fill them up. Like I said, it's like hunt and peck for the hamburger and the macaroni and cheese. You know, but, you know, now knowing more nutritionally, I would have supplemented more with like beans and that kind of stuff that gives you a lot more energy, stays with you. And isn't near as bad. Yes, it's a carb, but it's not as bad. But they survived. Some of the stuff we grew up on, it's amazing we survived because we both came from an era where our moms fried everything. There was always a big old container of lard. Fried everything. Fried it or boiled it in vinegar. Lord help me. Lord help me. I've never boiled any meat in vinegar my whole life. My great-grandmother sure did. His mom did. I mean, I think it's a German thing. I really think it is. Not that your mom was German, but, you know. But, just, you know, trying to make ends meet. Mm-hmm. But anyway, besides that, because that's everybody's plight right now. Kind of made a list of things I want to get done and stuff. I always feel a lot more productive if I do that. Because I need to know where I'm headed on that day. You know, I hate it if you ask me what I got planned for the day and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah, when I asked you earlier, you kind of gave me the deer in the headlights look.
That wasn't today, it was yesterday.
Oh, was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't ask me yet today.
Okay.
We were busy. We're busy investigating stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, I hate that. It's like, oh no, I got 1,000,001 things I need to get done, 1,000,003 things I want to get done, like to get done. You know, I've always got all these different crafts and stuff I need to finish. I hate not finishing any craft. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine. So, yeah, I've got lots to do. I want to get back to making wreaths, too. I want to make some wreaths for my friends and stuff. I was really going to make you some. I wasn't just, you know, putting that out there just to tempt you. So, yeah. Hi, Jelly. What you doing, little girl? How you doing today, huh? What? So, Bradley, and it no telling if he will or not, but he's been kind of, you know, talking about different kind of pets that he might want to get. And I said, I'm on board for whatever you want to get because he's always been so supportive all these years of whatever animal I wanted to get, which usually dogs and cats. But he's always been so supportive and stuff. Are you coming up here? Are you coming up here while we talk about this? Come on. Well, come on, little girl. Oh, my goodness. You could have jumped. You easily could have jumped, girlfriend. Say hi to everybody. Say hello. Say, hello, my name is Miss Jellybean. Huh? Are you the jelly? Are you the beanster? I know. Oh, it's a jelly.
Is the mean bean.
Are you a mean bean? You're not a mean bean, are you? I know you're a bean boozler. Huh? I know. Oh, my goodness, I know. Are you a love bug? You are, aren't you? Oh, I know. How you doing today? Where you going? Oh, you can just curl up here? Okay. I gotta have you slide. You're sliding down, sweetie. You go to Dad. Go to Dad, okay? I'm almost done. So yeah, he's just been kind of investigating, between hedgehogs and sugar gliders and ferrets, and he wants to investigate chinchillas. I said, whatever he wants to get, I'm on board for. He knows that I'm just, he's home now, and he really likes the smaller, little bit more exotic. I said I'd even be down for another tarantula. I think he's kind of done with that one. We had a tarantula for, God, forever. It came with him. He let me bring the kids. I let him bring the tarantula. Mm-hmm. So, he said, I don't remember how he said, would it be okay, or do I need to get rid of the tarantula? Yeah. And I'm like, well, no, I wasn't going to make him get rid of his beloved pet. Mm-hmm. So, she was pretty fascinating to watch. Her molting, her feeding. We never fed her mice or anything. We just fed her crickets. Yeah, she made a good, she was low maintenance.
Well, when the girls were in elementary school, I knew that they were going to want me to take Fred.
Show and tell was, yep. And so, yeah, I'm not saying that we're definitely going to get anything. It'll be whatever Brad wants to get, whenever he wants to get. And, I'm all down for it. Of course I am, Like I said, he's always been so great about all the animals, all the dogs and cats that I wanted to rescue. But check into, like they suggested, check into any animal rescue.
Yeah. Well, that's, I kind of gave my reasons why I'm tentatively eliminating some of these.
Right.
And my biggest hesitation on the ferret is the smell.
I would check out what it means when I've always seen them advertise a descendant.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I want to check into. And then also, I
understand that skunks made a really good pet. Mm-hmm. Those, you definitely want descended on those.
Yes, you do.
So, whatever you want to get. So, I'm down for it.
I'm definitely going to look into a chinchilla next.
Okay.
So.
Probably going to look into that while I cook. Slave away in the kitchen. Yep. So, we got in our little, potato bin cart. Brad put it together last night. We really are very happy with it. I was able to fit the potatoes and the sweet potatoes. I did put those in brown paper bags so they keep longer. The onions, and then we had a basket for, your fresh fruit. So I have some bananas and avocados in there. And then the top one, which is quite lovely, is we can put bread. The bread finally has a home. See, back in Wyoming, I had a bread box. Well, of course, you can only bring so much stuff. So I really missed that. Not that it was small enough you really couldn't keep the bread box. And then if you didn't really mindful eye, stuff might stay in there and mold.
Yeah, but it would hold usually 2 loaves of bread.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was, I didn't need anything that took up any more very precious cabinet space or counter space, because, so besides that, I really don't have anything else right now.
Well, that bread box we had in Wyoming, didn't we get that at a garage sale?
I think I got it at Salvation Army. It was an old wooden bread box, and it had a heart cut out of it. And I think you glued a piece of screening in there. And then, yeah, it was quite lovely. It reminded me of my great-grandmother used to have an old metal one.
Yeah.
And the door came down, and you even when you close the door, there was a little latch and stuff. But I'm just happy I have some place for the bread now because, you know, nobody wants to look around. If you look around and you're like, oh, I thought we had some bread out. And then it's like you realize right in the midst of needing it that your bread is frozen. It's a real tragedy. It's just very tragic.
Well, and then you're going to have to house train somebody into actually putting the bread where it's supposed to go.
I haven't done that too well. It's still sitting out on the kitchen island instead of being put back.
I know. You know, but I will keep working with Charlie to make sure he does what he's supposed to and stuff like that.
All right. Go away now. Love you.
Love you too.
Blood sugar was 107 this morning. Brad's was higher.
I don't know why mine was
He's not
so
sure why. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you fighting any kind of infection?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because that'll raise your numbers. Are you stressed out about anything?
Nope.
I don't know. I know it wasn't anything you ate.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be. Our bodies react differently to stuff.
Yeah.
We both had a piece of bread with some peanut butter very early this morning.
That might have done it.
But I had it too. Mine was at 107.
I know, but like you said.
Yeah,
you know,
it does. I mean, there's sometimes I can eat something like corn.
Yeah.
My body is like, oh, partay time. You know, like, stay away from corn. So, yeah, we don't really have anything else going on. Just, you know, I think tomorrow I'm going to get in the art studio and work for a while. I'm on the cusp of, I'm either going to reopen up my Etsy store, which I may do for some of this artwork, or that I would sell on eBay, which I'm not sure. I know I probably am going to put some stuff on eBay, not the paintings, but, you know, just like some extra stuff, like that that electric candle maker. Now, if you pour just a little bit of candles, that would be great for you. I've used it one time. I'm going to put that probably on there and stuff. So, we'll see. I'm going to find a way to make some money. I was looking at jobs earlier, and jobs are plentiful. Physically, I don't think I can do some of them. The ones I really like, I'm really not ready to be able to do, which was they needed a kennel tech at the vet that we go to. They also need a receptionist. So, time will tell. I'm not sure if I really want to work outside the house or if I would rather just do sales inside the house, which is something that I've done a lot of. So, and that might be what I do. Because I will find my niche on what is being, you know, is sellable and stuff. I mean, there's many different things, like I told you guys, whether or not it was finished crafts that I'm selling or perhaps craft supplies. You can always put together different kits and stuff and offer them for sale. And people that are home that have more time and stuff will buy those. So I have some different ideas on that, you know, which I'm going to spin off on you, you know, over the next few days. I do have a lot of different ideas. I will find my niche on this. I always do. You know, life is ever changing and ever progressive, and you've got to go with it. It's just like, you know, if people don't keep up on the new technologies with a smartphone or with your computers, it really, really is hard in this day and age, because even that, to apply for any kind of job, you need to be able to do it on a computer, most likely. And you really need to keep up on it. It doesn't mean you have to be, you know, like I Spy and all that, but, you know, you really want to keep up on it as much as possible. Brad knows I always keep up on that stuff. I just, you know, why, most of it. So, I want to talk to you real quick, and they're here too, is I was watching Christina Randall. I watch her. She does some true crime stuff. And she was talking about that Nicole that was involved with Chris Watts and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Her cell phone pinged at his house even the morning of the murders.
Really?
Yeah. And the next door neighbor, when he showed the video, said, look, it looks like he's coming from way down the street, not just outside his, parked in front of his house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then even the first night that Shanann and them were missing,
Mm-hmm.
she spent 2 hours on the phone with him.
Really?
Yeah. What happened is they had all this evidence, even against her. What happened was, and I didn't understand this, that the minute that he admitted what he had done, all other investigations stopped. They found some latent fingerprints in the home that were not his and were not Shannon's. They stopped. I guess all funding gets pulled once you get where somebody confesses. So they do no more. They did no more with the fingerprints. They did no more with where her cell phone pinged. They did no more. Every stoplight there, I guess, has cameras on it. Mm-hmm. So they could have pulled that to see if she had been in the area or not. All of that stops.
Okay.
So basically, I'm wondering if he didn't, because he kept saying, I don't want her involved in this. I've hurt her enough and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if he didn't take the complete fall so that she could get out of it. Now, I understand she's moved away and changed her name. Mm-hmm. I still think it's unfair that she got away with not even a single charge.
Did she have to testify in court?
No. Well, no.
Oh, no.
There was no,
yeah. He pled guilty.
Yeah. She got off scot-free, and I really think she had something to do with it. Mm-hmm. It was like some of the songs that she was suggesting right after the murder and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm glad I watched it last night. It was a year-old thing, and I thought, okay. And she's like, with some stuff that nobody has heard before. I'm like, okay, well, it was late at night. I really wasn't finding much else to watch. I'm like, okay, I'll watch that. Fascinating. Fascinating. I still think she knew a whole lot more and was a whole lot more involved than she ever said. She claimed that she didn't know he was married. She had access to all of the records. She had investigated and looked up his wife a year prior to them ever getting involved. Wow. I mean, she knew he was married. She had access to all of his employment files. She knew this.
Oh, she did?
Yes, and I mean, it's like she had a whole planned out. She was going to have this whole future with him. She spent over 2 hours a few nights before researching wedding dresses. One of her things was she had researched what it's like to be somebody's mistress, and then what is it like Amber Fry, and the book that Amber Fry wrote before the murders. Really? Then, all of a sudden, she's telling him to erase all their text messages. It doesn't work that way, Cookie. Mm-mm. I still think she had something to do with it. I think we'll never know if she wasn't, parked around, if she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do we know that she wasn't there and didn't help?
Did she ever write a book?
No.
Okay.
Well, we wouldn't know because she changed her name, but no, okay. It moved away. I mean, she got, she didn't no charges or anything, but the investigation stopped when he confessed. Okay. So they didn't have any of that. So something else is going on there. Something else. I hope someday we all find out.
Yeah. That's one of those. I doubt if we'll ever know the whole truth.
Probably not. I don't think we'll ever know the truth. I think she was involved in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
I still can't believe he killed his whole family.
I know.
How do you kill your pregnant wife and 2 little girls? If he didn't want to be involved with her anymore, when he could have told her to stay out here in North Carolina, because she went to go visit her family and his wife did, for 6 weeks. He could have said, hey, you know what? You need to just stay out there. Yeah. Her family even said maybe she should just stay the way he was treating her when he came out. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I wish that that he would have just said, hey, this ain't working. You need to stay out there. Da, 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 you know.
Well, didn't he put on the appearance that everything was hunky-dory?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what I
You know,
thought.
well, the only thing he said was they had an emotional conversation.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll bet you it was emotional.
Yeah.
You know, but the neighbor said him and his wife could hear them screaming at each other quite frequently. And I guess when Chris got mad, he would just go ballistic. He's not this meek, mild persona that he gives in. So, anyway, I thought it was interesting. She's got a lot of good things. If you're looking for, you like true crime and stuff, check out Christina Randall. You know, I really like her content and stuff a lot. We're way into true crime stuff, if you can tell. We're very into the true crime stuff, and it just baffles me the stuff people do.
And when she does her da-da-da thing.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
No. Da-da-da. Something like that.
Yeah.
You know, and if you are a returning subscriber... Yes, we have no life, okay?
Yeah.
I need to go cook for this man.
Yeah.
All right? I cook once or twice a week, and he's so excited now. So anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I hope you're having a great day. It's hump day, so take that for whatever you want. You know, don't look at me. Don't look at me now. Look away. Wow, what a weirdo. He's showering today. It's very exciting. What?
Well, you stole my hose.
You're a hose head.
Wow.
I did not steal stealing your hose would have meant I went into your bathroom and took it off and hightailed it to my bathroom and put it on there. That is not the case, young man. You donated your hose.
Oh, keep talking, sweetie.
Oh, no. You little perv. See what I'm into? Or no, not what. See what I'm up again? Oh, Lord. You need to go away somewhere now.
Keep talking, sweetie.
You need to just get over it. I allow you to go in my shower and shower. I encourage it. You know? Correct? Correct. Anyway, I gotta go cook for this man. So, I love you guys. And I do hope you're having a great week. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the insanity. Please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends. I want to get up over 1,000 so I can start doing some lives and doing some other fun stuff. And just because I've been on here forever and I feel like maybe nobody, you know, I feel a little unloved sometimes. But, yeah, I hope you all are doing great. And, remember, do something nice for somebody else. And then do something nice for yourself. And be happy when your husband showers. And, as always, everybody say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.